Most people trying to start a paper lead business spend too much time figuring out which tools to use, and they're building the whole stack completely wrong. For those of you new to my channel, my name is Rafael Hernandez, and I've managed over $10 million in ad spend, worked with brands like Neil Patel's NP Digital and Ubersuggest, and spent 5 years as a software engineer before building my ad agency, Great Marketing AI. Today, I'm giving you the exact 6 tools, how they connect, and how a lead goes from your ad to your buyer without you touching it. And one of these 6 tools replaces 3 different tools, and it's the one almost nobody has heard of. Then at the very end, I'll give you the order and how you should build this out for your agency to be most effective and scale quicker. So the 6 tools every paper lead business needs. Number 1, Meta Ads. So Meta Ads is my recommended platform to go to when it comes to paper lead. Again, in some cases, Google might work out better, but I would definitely steer away from just jumping on, especially if this is your first time jumping into ad platforms and managing campaigns. Skip TikTok, skip the SEO stuff. My recommendation is Meta. There's going to be some instances where Google works out better to start off with, potentially in things like home services, where things are a little bit more search-based. But Meta is such a great platform, is one of the best platforms to generate leads. When it comes to Meta, one thing that's super important is understanding that Meta is a creative-led platform. That means targeting doesn't really matter as much anymore. And what really matters is you have a really good funnel and really good ads. And on Meta in general, you're going to get lower cost per leads, and it's a great platform to start off and scale. And when it comes to PPL, you want to have one offer, one geography to start, and creative volume is going to be one of the biggest levers besides having an optimized funnel. And in the beginning, you want to keep it simple. Tool number 2 is a funnel that qualifies your lead. And what's important is that it qualifies your lead, because at the end of the day, your buyers are not going to be happy if they're getting a bunch of junk leads. So the funnel does 2 things. It captures your leads, gets leads in the door, and it qualifies your leads. It finds the right people. And the other important thing about this is whenever a lead comes in through your funnel, you're going to be sending a lead event back to Meta. And if all of these leads are not qualified leads or quality leads, you're sending the wrong signals back to the ad platform. So what you want to do is you want to add qualifying questions. And don't be afraid to filter hard. In the beginning, you might want to optimize for lead volume, which is okay, right? Because your pixel has no data, so you just want to get volume. But over time, you want to start filtering hard and really figuring out what are the questions that I should be asking in my funnel that are going to help me get a qualified lead for my buyer. And these questions are super important, and they make a huge difference when it comes to your funnel. So for example, in the MVA space, we might ask if they were injured, because if they weren't injured, it's not a valid case, not a good lead for our buyer, right? No injury means no case. We filter them out. And then here's the thing, from my experience, buyers are much happier paying more, but getting less volume of leads that are quality leads. From my experience, buyers are happier paying more, but getting more quality leads instead of getting a volume of leads that are just junk and that they have to do more work. Essentially, their team has to do more work to filter them out. When it comes to your funnel, there's a few things you can do. You can go to something like HeyFlow. HeyFlow is awesome, very mobile optimized, looks really, really good. The issue I had when I used it few months ago was I couldn't get it as fast as I needed to. It was around 3-4 seconds, little too slow for my liking. So we moved away from HeyFlow, but HeyFlow is a great option. When it comes to pricing, you also got to keep this in mind. It's a little bit more on the expensive side. So it's $149 per month to start off with. I think at one point we were paying either $299 or $499 because we needed some extra features, especially if you need things like A/B testing, which is huge. You definitely need A/B testing, but HeyFlow is one of those options. You also have something like LeadCapture.io, which is pretty popular and growing. They also have a really good funnel builder, really good tools, especially when it comes to lead gen. This is the founder here below. His name's John. I've interacted with him quite a bit on Skool. So John seems like he really cares about the product and he's always taking feedback from the users. I would look into LeadCapture.io. Seems like a great option. And the agencies I've talked to said that their page speed is actually really, really good. So like under a second, 1 second around there. These are the prices, $199, $399, $699. So check that out. You also have things like Go High Level, ClickFunnels, things like that. From my experience, Go High Level is very slow. It might have changed by now, but Go High Level is an option. And these are all the ones that you can get off the shelf. When it comes to building your own, the most common options are agencies building their funnels with Claude or Lovable. You can set this up with Vercel, use Supabase for the database. You can build this out in an afternoon, most likely, or a weekend, and you own it. But again, because you own it, anything going wrong with your funnel, you're going to have to fix it. If something breaks, the funnel is one of those things where, especially in pay per lead, if your funnel's not working, not sending leads where it should be, you're going to be losing out on tons of money. And I've seen a lot of agencies move to this and do it successfully. And we've personally actually built our own funnel with Claude, and I like the flexibility. I like that it loads super fast and I can build it however I want. And then you also have something like Perspective. I think they're doing some great things. I get hit with their ads a ton. So check out Perspective. They launched this new Claude feature where you can actually use Claude to build your funnels, which I think is a great idea on their end. But yeah, check out Perspective when it comes to pricing. $59 a month. 184, 369. So it has a better starter plan. But again, you definitely want something like A/B testing. So you would want something like that. And here's the thing. A lot of agencies test a lot of creatives, but they don't test enough their funnel. You can get a higher conversion lift from optimizing your funnel. And the great thing about it is you're not spending more money on ads. You're essentially making more profit, making more revenue because of this one thing, optimizing your funnel. This thing is huge. If you're not constantly doing A/B tests, you should be. So 2 tools down: Meta Ads as your lead engine, a funnel that captures and qualifies your leads, and everything so far is cost, not revenue. And this next tool is important. Not a lot of agencies know about it. It's also more important when you want to get bigger buyers when it comes up in conversations, but you need a tool to certify every lead. There's a thing called Trusted Form. With this, what it does, it essentially records with Trusted Form. It's essentially a script. Just copy that script, put it into your funnel, but it certifies those leads. It actually takes a recording of them filling out the form. You're able to verify. They store that. There's a certificate that gets generated. And when it comes to working with bigger buyers, they'll usually want Trusted Form for sure, especially if you're working with like bigger aggregators. They usually require Trusted Form. So it timestamps, it's a consent, a record, all of that. You're going to want to make sure you at least know about it, even if you're not using it right now because you're at the start. You at least know about it. So if someone asks you, hey, do you use Trusted Form? You at least know how to respond, or you know what it is. Tool number 4, a distribution and routing engine. So there's a few things. There's a few ways you can go about this. Some agencies, they'll use Zap, Make, Go High Level to route leads. Over time, this is going to become a headache for you. Trust me. Once you're managing 2, 3, 4, 5 different buyers, you're going to want a system that is built for routing, for pay per lead and pay per call. A few things you're going to need is to be able to track caps. Hey, this buyer A here, I need to deliver 20 leads. How many have I delivered? Okay, how are you going to handle returns? What if they return a lead? They dispute a lead. Okay, well, I need to make sure that we actually give them one more, I need to make sure that we update their cap so that we make sure we send them the right amount of leads that they need. You also want to be able to track duplicates. Okay, what if a specific lead goes to buyer A, lead fills out the form again, then it goes to buyer A? How are you handling that? So there's all these little things that you're going to want to make sure you have a system that handles all of that. So imagine you have your ads. Maybe you're also working with suppliers, so you're managing different sources. You want some filters. Are you going to do round robin? Is it priority waterfall? And then you want to set up your different buyers. What are their caps? Then you also want to track your profits, your margins, all of that. So you need a system that does this. And to handle this, you want to go and check out Lead Distro AI. It's built for pay-per-call, pay-per-lead agencies, handles lead distribution, handles the call tracking, filtering, the score. You can actually score your leads, connect your Meta account, Google account. It pulls the spend so you can track your P&Ls, works for, any vertical. You can connect your Stripe, Go High Level, Gmail, Slack, Trusted Form. You can connect it to your Claude. And yeah, there's tons of agencies using this. It's a great price, especially if you're just starting off in pay per lead. So check it out, and this will simplify your life. When you have one buyer, not that big of a deal. Once you get 2, 3, 4 different buyers, it's going to save you a ton of time. Tool number 5, a CRM that's built specifically for agencies. There's a few different options. You can go with HubSpot. You can go with Go High Level. Now there's things like Attio that you can check out. But my recommendation is you go check out greatsales.ai. It's a great CRM that's built specifically for agencies. They have a great calendar booking system. Check out Great Sales AI. It's going to help you a ton. So 5 tools down. traffic engine, Meta or Google, capture and qualify with the funnel, certificate for those leads, you can use Trusted Form, distribution, profit tracking, lead distro, CRM and calendar, greatsales.ai, and the next tool is around sales and client acquisition. So tool number 6 is a way to find your buyer. So there's a few things you can do. You can use LinkedIn outreach, you can use cold email, cold IG DMs, and meta ads. So now you understand how to generate the leads, how to get the traffic, capture it. Now you need to make sure you have the buyers to send those leads. So when it comes to acquisition, meta ads is a great channel. I would recommend using instant forms, doing simple direct offer ads. Try that in the beginning. Also mix in video and images. You can use Instantly for cold email, HeyReach for LinkedIn automation, Apollo to get all the emails on LinkedIn. And what you do is you essentially feed HeyReach and Instantly from all of these Apollo records down here. And you can even use that for like lookalike audiences, etc. And then all these people also get retargeted on Meta. This is how you can acquire clients. Meta ads is a great way to acquire new buyers. It's actually how we mainly got all of our buyers, is through meta ads. It works really well. Again, you might not get the bigger buyers. You might get an influx of the smaller buyers, but you will get some bigger buyers that come in through your funnel. Email and LinkedIn outreach is a great way, especially to get bigger buyers. It's one of the ways that most of the agencies I know, they get a lot of theirs from LinkedIn and email. And when it comes to building out your tech stack, I would for sure start off with building your funnel, getting your first buyer. Once you have your first buyer, then focus on the rest, right? First, you just want to get your sales, get your buyer, and then figure out the ads, the routing, all of that. CRM and calendar is also going to be important to dial in once you get all of this going. And then essentially you have all the tools that you need to grow your agency. And my recommendation when it comes to client acquisition is focus on getting one channel down, because you might want to go and try to do LinkedIn and email, then meta ads all at once. Get one reliable channel working, and then you can start stacking up the other ones. And before you go, if you're not in our school community, check it out. The link's in the description. We have over 1,000 members in here, people in different niches and verticals, tons of different agencies in here who are collaborating, buying leads, selling leads. So check this out. Links in the description and it's free. So check that out. If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the next one.